Welcome to another edition of Pach-Attack. This week's question comes from Bring Me a Sun-Kissed. Got a great image. It appears that redeem codes are the new industry standard for console gaming. Speaking of superlatives, with GameFly, I had to pay an additional $10 to play Battlefield 3 online. Assuming this is the new industry standard, how will this affect things like GameFly, Redbox, and the like? So what you're saying is that you're playing a game on GameFly that you didn't own, and you're upset that it cost you $10 to play online? Shocking. That's exactly why we have redemption codes. These guys don't like the concept that they have to pay to support a server network, and as they support the server network, you get people recycling the game, so there's a new user every week playing on the servers. They have to provide support to new users. New users require more time calling the call center because they don't know what the hell they're doing. What a pain, not fair. If Electronic Arts sells a copy of Battlefield, they shouldn't have to support it for 10 years for 10 different users because each user gets tired and passes it on to his cousin. That doesn't make sense at all. So they're saying the cost to run that data center is $10 and you're gonna pay that if you wanna play. Yeah, it's the new industry standard. I am really surprised with your question that you actually think that a lot of people who rent games wanna play online. You might want to play online to check it out, but people who rent games, they rent single-player games to finish them in 3 days. So the super hardcore guys, it makes sense. Or the more casual guy rents games to see if they like them before they buy them, which totally makes sense to me. The only people who should be renting games instead of buying them are high-frequency users. So if you play a lot of games, then GameFly is a great service, makes total sense. If you're really casual, Redbox makes perfect sense because if you want to check out 2 or 3 games a year and you're not sure if you want to make a mistake and buy something that might not be that good, Duke Nukem is a good example. Rent it on Redbox first for whatever it is, $2 a day. What a good deal. And you can try it for a day. Pretty much anybody who played Duke Nukem for a day figured it out and realized they didn't want to own it. This week's next question comes from Cashel1314. Is there anything that prevents a game developer from copying the design of another game? For example, looking at the various Dota clones like League of Legends, which follow the exact same design. Is it pretty much fair game once it's out there? It's a good question. Design is an interesting thing. I mean, some part of design absolutely can be copyrighted. And if it's copyrighted, then it's not fair game to copy. And some things are really basic, like no one could ever say leveling up is copyrightable. So, everybody starts every game at like level 1 of whatever it is, and you power up or level up and you're level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No one can patent that or copyright that. So that kind of design, no. I think there are things in games that can be. So I'd say, like I remember in Max Payne, Bullet Time, certainly the name Bullet Time was copyrightable. So no one could use that. Moving in slow motion, how original is that? Probably not. So moving in slow motion, no. But when you say the various Dota clones, I mean, okay, so League of Legends and World of Warcraft somehow look alike. How about Medal of Honor, Battlefield, and Call of Duty? I mean, I would say every military shooter looks alike. And of course, I'm waiting now for the barrage of fanboys who tell me why they're all so different. I saw some YouTube video and somebody had, I can't remember which the games were, 3 of them though, and they had exactly the same position on the screen for how much ammo you had left. They had exactly the same position on the screen for your health meter. It's like all games copy all other games. I mean, kind of get used to that. I think there is no original thought. I think what you end up getting is an original interpretation of an old thought. And that's what makes the game fun and creative and different. But the answer is no. Nothing really prevents you from copying design. Our next question comes from Lecky. What are the chances of Virgin coming back into the gaming market again with their own console or in a publishing role again? A lot of agains in there. Coming back again. I actually don't remember Virgin ever having a console. Did I miss one? Was there a Virgin console? I don't remember it. I don't even know what Virgin is. The The Virgin Gaming thing right now is not really Virgin. They license the name, and that's the gambling, the gambling games and the tournaments where you gamble against one another. I don't think Virgin has any interest in it, but I don't know. Small company, not impactful. I don't think it matters. So if they want to do it, more power to them. They're going to have to spend a lot of money to get in. I don't know why they would. It's a tough market. Thank you, fellow babies, for joining us on this week's Pach-Attack. If you have questions, you can submit them by clicking the link below, or you can submit them to me directly on Twitter @MichaelPachter, and please copy @RohanLikesPants because Rohan selects the questions. Thanks again.